welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to just talk about some things that was on my mind about some influencing. It's just that I've been feeling this urge to be an influencer. This year I've been searching for myself after college. It's been hard trying to figure out if interior design is something I want to continue or if I want to explore other things that's going on or other traits that I'm into. So influencing has been popping up a lot lately, and it's really uncomfortable, to be honest. Influencing is something I've always done in general, period, like throughout life. I've always done it for fun, and I want to continue to do it for fun. But at this point in my life, I'm kind of like, I learned how to do photography, I learned how to do graphic design, I learned how to do interior design, I learned how to upcycle, DIY, I know how to sew, so I'm good at fashion design and all of those things. And when it comes to influencing, you know, that's something that's God-given, to be honest. There's a difference between having a lot of followers and having influence, and I realized that I have influence, and you know, to have that power is kind of surreal, because you have to be real with yourself that, you know, you're a leader of a pack and you have to lead a certain way and be a certain way. And I don't know, I just think this is a big role. But all that aside, I want to do it, you know, like I want to get into it. It's very fun. Like, I feel alive to show, like, I know how to edit videos, I know how to edit pictures, I know how to, you know, all of those beautiful creative things I know how to do. God gave it to me, and it didn't snap until just recently that this is something that might lead me to my future, you know. Even if this doesn't lead me to where I plan to go in life, I still want to say I gave it a try, I gave it a chance, because like I said, this is something I do for fun. I never thought to take it any seriously. At this point in my life, I felt like I was the type of person that was encouraging everybody around me and their businesses to be bigger and better, and all that energy I was putting into other people, I want to see what it'd be like if I just put all of my beautiful traits that I learned into myself, pour it into myself, instead of spreading myself thin and always being a #1 supporter for other people and their careers and encouraging them to be better and, you know, being who they are. Like, I can still have that aspect of myself, but if I just take a step back and just pour all that into myself, who can I be? What can I be? You know, it's just it's a curiosity in me that's just like, go for it, fuck around and find out. I'm not gonna lie, it's really scary. Before I started traveling, I used to think that the people around me was all that there is. Like, not that there's no other world among us, but that won't get it. The people around me, the closest people to me, always told me, like, you know, that's not that awesome, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Like, you know, you ever came across somebody who you told one of your dreams and they steer you a different way just so they can do it? That's happened to me multiple times. And because I'm like, I stand in my individuality, I really don't like to do anything anybody else does. Like, it's probably a bad habit of mine, but I really just want to be individual and different and embrace the differences we have as human beings. And yeah, so that, I want to say, that holds me back a little bit too, but it's also a superpower in a sense. But it's really loud outside. I don't know, I'm scared, but I think I'm gonna really like dig into it, you know, and really just go for it and give it a try. Like, what's the worst that can happen? 0 views? Even if I have 0 views, I love the fact that I document my memories because I really hold on to them dearly, and those make me happy. And as long as I'm making myself happy, that's cool. I do have this like this little bubble over my head that's just like, but what if everyone hates you? I've been through that already. Been through that where the whole school hates me and I have one friend who supports me. Been through that. Been through it, done it. Okay, cool. We know the outcome of that. So what if everyone hates you? What if everybody loves what you do? Deep down inside, if people didn't like it or wasn't interested in me, I wouldn't have a lot of attention that I have. And being an introvert and an extrovert at the same time, like I'm very to myself. I like the quiet. I like to be alone in my closed off spaces. And because I'm a Libra, it's all about balance. So because I'm best of both worlds, an introvert and an extrovert, I feel like it just depends on the people I'm around. I like to meet people. I like to experience things. I like to go out. And it's hard to break out of that mindset of, well, this is how life is supposed to be, and this is how I want to be. Although growing in a society where everybody lives and breathes by the way it's supposed to be, the end of my graduation, God gave me like a rude awakening of like, are you actually happy? Like, you've accomplished everything you were supposed to accomplish, but are you fulfilled? I always told myself what I want to be in life is happy. I have this inner knowing of how when people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow older? Everybody has like an occupation, a career, or a thing to do, but no one ever actually says happy. I made it my duty to always tell myself, I want to be happy. No matter what I become, I want to be happy. And I want to die happy. And, you know, having that affirmation within myself, it really opens your eyes to how much people in this world aren't actually happy because they're doing the thing that they feel like they're supposed to do, or they feel like it's the right thing to do. I've always felt like careers and stuff like that always put you in a box. You know, when it came down to it in middle school, they're like, well, what do you want to be? That'll depend on what high school you want to go to, or what college you want to go to, or what degree you want. And you always had to narrow yourself down. And truth be told, God didn't put me in the box for a reason. He put me outside the box, you know? Like, he gave me multiple things to be great at, and I am good at a lot of things. And you know that quote, like a jack of all trades, master of none. I just realized it's a whole another part to that quote. I used to beat down on myself about that quote. That quote actually threw me for a loop because they would say, like, whenever I heard that quote, they would say it was spite behind it. Like, and I say behind it, like the energy behind the reasoning why they said what they said. Like, you're a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Like, you're not specifically good at one, and you'll never be good at one. Kind of thing like that. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. To be good at multiple things is not like a curse or something to be ashamed of, which is what I was growing up, hearing this thing like, how come I'm so good at everything? And I can't do everything all at once. I only have 2 hands. I'm not an octopus. So growing up, trying to figure out who I am and what I wanted to be, I always tried to narrow myself down to one rule at a time. And I always had the intentions of doing everything I desired. Still do. But I just always thought I had to strategically plan it out along with college. Like, okay, I'm doing interior design. Once I become a designer and I start designing spaces, I can sell my photography or whatever, and it'll trickle down the waterfall like that, and it'll all fall into place. But like I said, after college, the rude awakening is being a creative. It's really hard to try to go to school and be with people who are boxed in, and you're made to not be boxed in. So yeah, I say all that to say, with living the way you're supposed to live and the way you want to live, it's a really hard pill to swallow when everyone around you is telling you you're supposed to do it this way and you can't be anything other than that, and that role didn't work for them, and all of these negative thoughts and words and stuff that they're like pouring into you, and it's really hard. It's really hard. And the amount of courage and confidence you have to do to just put yourself out there on social media, and as far as becoming an influencer, by putting yourself out there and just being in awkward spaces and just being yourself fully. Because I'm such a closed off person, that's hard for me. You know, I've tried to learn how to become comfortable recording myself in public by just having video diaries or whatever, but like video diaries on my phone, just so I could pretend like I'm the only person on earth and I could just keep talking to my phone and no one's really worried about me, you know, like, because truth is, when you're outside, we've already know that there's like 8 billion people and counting in this world. So when you go outside, maybe you do see a lot of people staring at you when you have a huge camera in your face or whatever, because they think you're somebody. But so that's just one person out of 8 billion people. Most times people aren't worried about you, they're just looking to see for caution and stuff like that. I want to, my camera's dying, so I want to invite you with me on my journey. It's quite terrifying, so easy on me. I'm trying, 22 and thriving. But yeah, I'm trying my best out here, trying to figure out where I fit in, where I'm going to be, and how I'm going to make it to where I want to be. And I'm just following what God leading me down the way. You know, I released the control of figuring out what I want to be and allow God to show me what I'm supposed to be. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for hearing me out. See ya.